Okay, so we are starting then. All right. Um, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm happy you have me. I'll be playing Spider-Man, the 2000 game from before the Sam Raimi films. This is basically a giant homage to the comic books. I think without further ado, I'm gonna start. We're playing on easy for the any percent category. There's also a kid mode, but that changes the game mechanics substantially, so easy is the best one. So I suppose I'll do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Two, one, let's go. So I'm playing on the Nintendo 64, which is the best classic console platform for this, because cartridges mean no loading times. And the main movement mechanic in this game are the web swings, and there's basically two types of web swings. There's a slow one and a fast one, and which one you get depends on the distance that the opposite wall has. So if you're close to a wall, you'll do a faster one. And so what you'll see me doing often is cancelling the swing and starting again to get the faster swing. Here I'm gonna do a targeted swing to go straight up this building, because climbing walls or walking on walls is extremely slow. So try to do that as little as possible. And here on this roof I need to dispose all of these soldiers so that I can get inside the bank. Just one more. Yes.
That's the last one.
The bank is the first indoors area, and in this game you have a lot of out of bounds shenanigans, so I'm gonna try and get out of bounds during this cutscene. Didn't quite get it, so I'll restart the level. Thankfully restarting the level is pretty fast.
Well, I hope they don't mind.
There we go. So I'm on the ceiling now, and I can swing back in bounds, and doing that means that I skipped basically a trigger that loads in the next chunk of the level. So now everything is really broken, and that allows me to traverse, basically do a huge sequence break. I want to swing to that door, and it uses the targeted swing just to be safe. And now I need to load in the next room, so I'm lining up at this corner and instantly doing a swing. And to exit this level I need to save all the hostages. Sometimes the objectives can fail even though you touch all of them, which is a little annoying, but it worked fine now. So it was level 3 quite fast. Going to level 4, there's a bomb here that we need to take care of, which involves a lovely pun here from Spidey.
Mind if I drop in?
Oop. So this door is locked, but I can use another movement technique in this game, which is called zipping, where if you're standing on the ground and you press the swing key, Spidey instead does a really quick zip to the opposing wall, and with a bit of finesse I can zip past through the door. I just gotta kill these three guys.
Been taken care of, but what can I do about the bomb? I need to put the bomb in a safe place.
Yeah, there's the bomb. So we're gonna stick this bomb into the safe.
Oh man!
The grab range on the bomb is very generous, which looks kind of funny. No, that's not the right button. There we go.
Big safe. Not this time, guys.
So a little bit about the story in this game. In the intro cinematic, which I skipped, there's a scientific convention with Dr. Ock, and he's got some sort of very amazing invention, but then a Spider-Man crashes the scene and steals it. But it's not actually Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was in the crowd as a reporter, as Peter Parker, or I guess photographer, not reporter. And so we're basically now hunting down the imposter while also being hunted by police ourselves. But right now we're sort of on a side quest because Scorpion here is going into the Daily Bugle to deal with J. Jonah Jameson, and we don't want the guy to get hurt, so we gotta go stop Scorpion. So this is what this level basically is. It's a race, but yeah, he doesn't really have a chance. So coming up is the first boss fight of this game with Scorpion, and I want to try to get a one cycle here before the cutscene plays. The best attack combo is doing a jump kick and then after 2 kicks pressing the punch key, because as you can see I've got this web punch upgrade which drastically increases my attack power, but it also wears down. So if I do 2 kicks and then only punch at the third attack of the combo, the third one is the most powerful one. So doing that gives me the most DPS while also preserving the super punch for as long as possible. And there we go. I didn't manage to skip the cutscene where Jameson runs away, but that's fine. So coming up is a sequence of 5 levels where we're running away from the police and their helicopter. It's pretty intense movement. So now it's the time to talk about the next big technique with the swings, and that's swing cancelling. So in this game, unlike let's say the PS4 Spider-Man, the new games, you can't really change direction when you're swinging, and Spider-Man likes to stick to walls a lot, like a lot. So if I want to do some more fancy movements, I need to cancel the swing in midair with the jump key and then quickly flick and start swinging again basically. But doing that is the fastest way of moving, because just running, that's not gonna cut it. But in this next level there's not really any swinging I can do. This level is basically meant to be just a straight climb, but there's these ledges on the buildings and I can actually zip towards them with the B button. So that's gonna speed up this section a whole bunch. There was a couple of rockets, and now we're gonna get snipers. These guys are pretty easy to dodge. And here I can see the texture lineup, which tells me that I can zip again, because I'm close enough to the ledge. Now one last zip, and that's this level over. Back to the regular chase. And here I hope I can show off more of the swing cancelling. Okay, no cancelling for me, because Spidey didn't really want to latch on. I'm getting shot at, which interrupts my zoom. The zoom is necessary if I want to gain height from swings, because oh wow, what was that? Okay, I'm gonna give in and just slowly climb up this building. That's unfortunate. But yeah, when you do swings like that, Spider-Man basically goes in a straight line. So if you want to gain any height, you're forced to do the manual aim swing. Gotta climb this billboard, and from there you can swing onto here. And now over here, I really want to jump at the very edge of that building so that I fly directly into the window. Oh my god. I got hit by the splash damage there. That usually doesn't happen. That's extremely unfortunate, but at least I can try to make amends for this part of the level. So I want to grab the building like this, then swing diagonally, and from here flick onto that building with just the beams. Another flick like that. That was much better than the previous attempt. And I also get a lot of health back, as well as web ammo, or web cartridges. Because, of course, if you know you're Spider-Man, only the Sam Raimi films have Spider-Man shooting webs out of his hands. Normally he's got artificial webs, and he's got to refill them.
Nowhere to go but up. Enough with the shooting already!
All of these levels have names, which I don't really remember. Yeah, this one is definitely something to do with climbing. Okay, I tried to do the fast tread there, but I guess I'm gonna go with the slower swings. You can use some faulty collision there to scale up the building much faster.
How tall is this thing?
But I don't want to retry strats if I fail something. I want to move forward because I think that's going to be a better time overall. So yeah, we want to get up on this crane, and from here I can swing to this box, and this is where the end of the level is. And you saw me there, I interrupted the swing at the very last moment so that I could start falling into the level end trigger, and that way I could actually exit the level a little bit faster, or earlier, I suppose is the right word. Now I'm gonna climb on this crane, and from this crane I should have enough height to make the swing over to this building, and from here flick to this bond.
Move it, move it!
Now I'm gonna try a couple more flicks between these buildings. Didn't quite get the last one. Please don't shoot me. Over to this box, and here's the level end. Alright, so that's the police chase sequence. That's probably just the purest movement in this game that you will see. Now, skipping over all of the story, we're fighting with Rhino, and the strat is the same as for Scorpion. Okay, we're almost done. Probably gonna just shoot him now with the impact webs. Not a bad fight. So there's a whole roster of villains in this game. So now we're onto the Venom part, which is by far the longest sort of section of this game. This game is sort of semi-officially divided into, I think it's 6 chapters in total. The first one is the bank, then it's the Scorpion, then it's the police chase / Rhino part, and now the Venom part is definitely the longest. So we're gonna spend a lot of time chasing up Venom, because I think he actually kidnapped Mary Jane for some reason. Well, for some reason, I know why, because he thinks Spider-Man stole the thing, which he didn't.
Come on, Parker.
So this whole part of the game is basically just a huge misunderstanding on their part.
Look out, lady.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I guess I spoiled that a little bit. Anyway, so here's a little cutscene, a little break in the chase, and then we're gonna continue.
That first step, Parker. It's a doozy.
Ow! Head! Oh, toe, ow!
Fun fact about this cutscene,
Look out, lady.
this is a really good test for N64 emulation accuracy. Because if your emulator is accurate, then Spidey, just like this, will leave the building, because this is played on real hardware. But if your emulator is not accurate, he will get stuck somewhere in the building, which if it's bad enough, you can actually fail the mission, because
Can't lose him!
Spidey will get stuck in the building, and meanwhile Venom will just run far away enough for the fail on this mission to trigger.
If you want to fight, follow me.
Alright, so this is the first Venom fight, and Venom is teleporting around all the time, so the best way to fight him is to just shoot the impact webs to damage him. Then you move somewhere else, and you gotta find him before he attacks you.
Got something?
Brains, Chelsea.
gonna be 4 cycles, unless I horribly miss one of these shots. There we go. Let's take this ammo, just because we can. And now, do you like sewers? Everybody loves sewers. There's gotta be a sewer in a video game, so this is the sewer part.
You can run, Venom, but you can't hide. Those things.
And this sewer is full of
Only way across the
lizards.
cavern is swinging to those pipes.
or lizard people, I suppose.
I'm sorry, guys.
These guys are a bit tougher, so they take 2 impact webs before they go down.
Open this door.
A little cutscene. Most of the cutscenes in these games are skippable, but not all of them. So this is one of those.
Come in.
And we go on. So basically, each of these cutscenes, they are an intro to a loading screen. On N64 they are almost imperceptible, but on PlayStation, if you play this on PlayStation from a CD, then each one of those would be at least 10 seconds. So that's why this console over PlayStation just saves a lot of real time, which I think makes it more fun to run, just not having to stare at loading screens. Speaking of staring at things, so this is the auto-scroller of this game. We got this subway, and there's a progress bar at the bottom, so we just gotta wait this out. Now the way this is designed is it's meant to be a brawl against the lizards, like a defense, but you can cheese the lizard into sort of getting stuck into you, and now he's desperately trying to attack me, but his fists go beyond me every time, so he's barely gonna hit me. And the enemies in this game are very well behaved, so they're not gonna gang up on me. Only one at a time can attack me. So at this point I can just AFK for like 90 seconds. I also very deliberately look to the side of the train, and that's to reduce lag, which could save potentially up to 20 seconds on this auto-scroller. The thing about this auto-scroller is it's a little bit random. It doesn't appear to be entirely consistent at how long it takes. So it's kind of the one annoying thing about a speedrun if you're like doing it for the times, trying to say beat a world record. If you lose 20 seconds on just the auto-scroller deciding to be a bit uncooperative, it can definitely feel frustrating.
Where is she, Venom? Where is my wife?
Another thing I didn't mention actually is Spider-Man is looking a bit different than he was before, and that's because during the Venom chase I picked up an armor item. You can see that on the health bar. I've got a little under 50% of the armor still left, and it's not really necessary, but it's literally in the path, so why not get it? And it can be useful because it means you don't have to worry about healing at all for the next 5 to 10 levels potentially. Okay, we're almost done with the auto-scroller, so I think I'm actually going to start killing these lizards, because they also need to be dead for the game to be willing to exit the level. There's a non-zero chance that despite me doing everything right, the level will just fail. I've had that happen before. If that happens, I have a safety save prepared, just so you don't have to watch me wait here again, but it looks like we're fine. Yeah.
Where am I now? Venom is gonna pay big time.
So, yeah, we're still in the sewer. I guess just a different part of the sewer. And so I mentioned that in the indoors levels, there's a potential for getting out of bounds. We're gonna be seeing that. This is not technically out of bounds, but I can clip through the gate if I just line up the snipe mode for the swing. Yeah, I can swing through the door. Skips the entire level. This is a pretty long level actually as well. So that's a huge skip. And in the next level we have another clip. So here I'm gonna try to line up the zoom on the corner till I see the crosshair go red. There it was. I want to move it just a tiny bit after it turns red, and that's the precise lineup for me to get clipped a little bit into the corner, and I can fall into the level change trigger, completing the level immediately. Here this is a little section with the water coming up and down. Now it is technically possible to one cycle this with some very difficult movement, and I don't really want to attempt it for a marathon setting, so I'm just gonna wait it out because it doesn't really save that much time. It's a couple of seconds, which, I mean, it's nice if you're going for times, but here I think I can just, yeah, I can live with that.
Gotta keep moving.
Snipe zip, and now definitely you don't want to fall down into this electricity or whatever it is, because then you have to do that waiting section again.
Coming through.
Now I spoke about the strat that saves a cycle. There's actually an even more difficult strat which just skips the level outright, but that's basically not even human viable. If you like the gameplay but you'd like to see the game beaten even faster, I definitely recommend you check out the tool assisted speedrun made by a random game tasser, because that run is incredibly impressive and finishes the game in just 21 minutes.
Ooh, look at the big brain on Spidey.
There. That's the last switch. Come back here, Venom! Find Mary Jane. I'm gonna need to crawl on this grating to get past this water.
Last level in the sewer before the actual Venom boss fight. This is basically a ceiling crawling maze with also some crushers thrown in for good measure, but I'm gonna do a skip to skip almost all of the maze. Yeah, at this point we're done with the maze, because I'm gonna take a left here, now go across this stream and into here.
Come to Papa.
You can tell by the writing on the wall. So I'm gonna zip into the corner here and trying to get half clipped into the wall. Oh. Okay, got it. Let's see if I can do the zoom thing. Ah, I was too high. Okay, I'll just quickly get it again. There we go. So now I want to zoom there. And now I'm crawling on the outside of the map, and that means I can swing over here, and this is where the level exit is, pretty much. Oh, some dodgy geometry there on the ceiling.
My, zip the spider to the smaller spider.
Yeah, let's go for the Venom boss fight.
Is anybody there? Help me!
Mary Jane!
Please!
Hey, you made it.
Venom!
So he's trying to drown Mary Jane, so we have to turn off these levers that turn on the water, and it's still got the same shtick as before, which means a lot of teleporting. So I'm gonna stand in this corner here to try to manipulate his AI to spawn next to the lever, which means I can attack him quicker. What about the third cycle? Goes far, which means I have to stand over there to try and bait the jump attack rather than the grab attack. Did I get it? Yes, nice. 4 cycle, let's go. Yeah, skip the comics. So this is second to last chapter, I guess. So now we're dealing with symbiotes.
I've never seen the place
And
this empty.
also, the story detail is that yeah, the understanding with Venom has been cleared up, so he's actually our pal from now on.
I bet there are no
Not that we're
symbiotes
gonna
in here.
really see him
Air conditioning?
without the
Man will break me free.
cutscenes. Yeah, quickly free the hostages in this level, and then race to the exit.
If Carnage and Venom weren't enough.
Not much to say about this one.
They seem to be coming from the basement.
The next one, though, is more interesting. This level is
Where are they all
another
coming
auto-scroller. It's a huge elevator ride, but we can actually skip this one. If I try to zip across the wall at a precise spot, I can half clip into the wall and then fall
from? There are two
around
things
the
symbiotes hate.
barriers
Sonics and
that
fire.
are
And
blocking
I'm fresh out
the
of both.
scrolling.
Guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
That's not it.
Where are they all coming from? If there are
Definitely
two
worth
things
attempting
symbiotes
multiple
hate,
times,
it's
this one.
Sonics and fire, and I'm fresh out of both. I guess I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way.
It should be nice. Yes. So I fall right to the very bottom, and I can go straight to the exit.
Printing press.
So now we're dealing with these spawners, symbiote spawners. They're thankfully very simple to destroy, but we have to destroy all of them to be able to exit the level. There's one more here, and then the last one is over this way.
I think it's the last one. Bet there are more downstairs. I gotta find out what's going on downstairs.
Coming up is the basement, and this level has probably the hardest
Basement of the Daily
skip
Bugle.
in the whole game, which I'm
Whoever's
gonna attempt.
controlling the generators has got to be down here.
There's an out of bounds strat that I can use to skip pretty much the whole level. I'm gonna line up in this corner next to the fire, and I'm trying to get a nice angle into the next hallway. Yeah, okay.
Out of the frying pan
So
and
this
into
will
the
be
fire.
so there's the spider sense, and I can use that to see that the wall behind me will close, and can zip backwards before it closes. And now the level behind me has despawned. Now I can try to swing around the rest of the level out of bounds. And the nice thing is, if I fall in this area, it's not a game over. Instead, it just ports me back to where I last was. Okay, did I hit the trigger that spawns in the rest of the level? I did not. Let's go. So that means I hit this. Now I can swing into this place and just gotta jump around this door real quick. There we go.
That's the guy who framed me.
So
And the one
not only does this skip the actual gameplay of the level, but it also skips an unskippable cutscene that's at the exit of that level. So this is really nice, and I'm really happy that I hit this trick. Now we're at the Mysterio boss fight. This guy is really annoying with his grab attack, but at least I hit all the notches that he's got on the top layer. Let's get more on his knees, and then one at his trunk.
You're working for the wrong people, Mysterio.
Yeah, now we gotta hit his head again. Sadly, the aiming on this is really sketchy.
Mysterio.
Yeah, that should have hit. But no matter, we just one hit left. Still really fine. Come on, shoot him. Ah, come on.
Hey, put me down, fishbowl.
Ow. Please don't kill me. Okay, we got him. Got me scared there a little bit. Alright, so this is the final chapter.
The cliche. Looks like I'll have to clean this place up too.
A really big skip in this level. I want to try to clip out of bounds using the corner between these crates. I went to the wall, so I'm gonna need to do the... Oh, where am I? I need to do the zoom swing right there to this floor. And now I can see these 4 fans. And if I jump into the darkness and let go of the stick after I miss the 4th fan, I should hit an exit trigger. Yeah, let's go.
What a rush!
First try on this one as well.
How far down are we?
Now we're in this underwater trench with a lot of laser turrets. Hoping none of these hit me, especially with the health I have.
Hey, you could put someone's eye out with that.
I think there's health in this corner. Okay, there is not. The opposite one. Yeah. There we go. Just for that little bit of safety.
Oh, I'm getting a feeling somebody doesn't want me here. The heating bill for this place must be enormous. I thought Prime didn't pay.
This level is much harder on the hard difficulty because the level geometry actually changes, and that walkway that I was using a lot is not present if you play it on hard. So that makes it a lot more intense.
We have
But yeah, any percent means we can get to use that nice walkway. And this is actually the final level before the final boss rush, which this game has. There's
step in the
3
right
boss
direction,
fights
but not
at the end of the game
enough
actually. But in this level we just gotta hit all the 4 levers, I mean, which means the security one, and then these
He's ready to
ABC
blow.
levers, which do something with the fog. That's if I remember the story, the fog is actually some sort of nutrient for the symbiotes that the villains want to use.
Yes, that does it.
And
Thanks, Spider.
yeah, Mysterio was the guy who stole the thing and
What else
impersonated
is
Spidey.
Spider-Man for? You go and get some help, Cat. I'll find out who's behind all this.
But now we're gonna go deal with the actual villain, the mastermind behind this scheme. And that mastermind is none other than Dr. Otto Octavius, the guy who invented the actual thing. It was all a
Find
ruse
some way to drop
on his
power
part.
away from his ship.
The mechanic for this boss is that he's got these shields, and I have to press these 4 off buttons when they appear. And activating all 4 will make the central shield disappear, and then I can shoot him. I'll have to do this twice, because
It's working.
there's just
One more ship.
barely, it's just barely not possible to give him enough damage to one-cycle him if you do impact webs.
That's it. Time to pay the piper off. Uh-oh. Looks like his shield is
Oh, I'm free.
I have seen before that for some reason he just takes some damage by himself, and that makes it possible for you to one-shot him or one-cycle him. But as far as I know, that's random. And I've seen it all happen only twice so far. We've got only one button left, which is right here. We got him. So trying to pick up resources for the next boss. Next boss is
That's a Sonic
Carnage,
Boom.
the other
Seeing as how they use the
Venom
symbiote
basically. It's a red Venom,
fire-
and he's kind of more crazy even than the regular Venom. Now the strat for this guy is there's a Sonic field in the center of this level, and that gives damage to him. So I want to toss him into there with the grab attack, and now if I shoot at him and get him stuck against one of these emitters, I can just keep him pinned inside the field. But I need a lot of web ammo for this. But yeah, I got him nicely stuck, so he's gonna be dead soon. Nice. So at this point, Spidey thinks it's over, but it's actually not over, because the slime comes off of Carnage and goes and latches itself onto Dr. Octavius. So now we've got Monster Rock, the absolute unit of a villain, which I don't think appears anywhere else. I think this sort of mashup is exclusive to this game, and so he's so powerful that we just cannot fight him. So the final level in this game is just a running away sequence. Now the problem is that Dark Ark has some massive rubber banding on him, so even if I'm running away as best as I can, he's just always gonna catch up on me, so that he's just barely behind my back. So yeah, we just have to run away, using all the swings, fast swings if possible.
This thing's unstoppable.
And then every time we go up a floor, we want to do a zip to the ceiling. And yeah, definitely on your first playthrough, this boss fight or boss chase is incredibly intense.
Stay away from me.
Especially because of the rubber banding. Because you think you maybe made yourself elite, and then it's gone in an instant. Now you can see that the camera angle is static, but it actually happened to me once that the camera backed out and it turned slightly. So I had to run away from him diagonally. And you can maybe imagine how incredibly that messes up with your brain, having to do all of this at a slight angle. But funnily enough, I think if you got a nice camera angle, it could actually be optimal in a way, because it would reduce the amount of the corridor that you see, especially with all the explosions around. I think if you had this at an angle, you could actually reduce lag that way. So it could be theoretically faster, but I also don't know how to replicate that camera turn. Just a little bit of jank. But I think we're approaching the end. One more floor. And there's going to be a long corridor. Yeah, this one, exploding corridor. So very soon there's going to be the final cutscene if he doesn't kill me at the last second. No, yeah, this is GG. End of the game. I did skip the sort of the final cutscene or the final comic book, but yeah, we got credits. GG's. Sorry about that being a bit sudden. Just never know with this chase sequence. But I wanna shout out the community for this game, and especially second place, who's ironically got the fastest time for this. He's an amazing runner. But myself, I'm so happy I could show off this game too, and I hope the rest of the marathon is amazing. So yeah, that's all from me, and see you guys.